EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, Riblet. 43.
Right to the air is Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 66 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackling? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Purdy looking to throw.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
On play action, they'll throw.
Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Purdy.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Purdy on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Here's Purdy.
Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Purdy now to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
An audible here to get a new look. Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was a play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, rip list. Hey, color.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 6. And now an audible here into something else. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Mahomes going to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And take it right on the 30. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the 1st half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Out of the gun, Purdy. On the move past the 40.
And down right around the 37. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this 1st half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the 2nd half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some 1st downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Here now, 2nd and 4. You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Mahomes. Finding Gray on the out route. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Purdy from the gun. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Pacheco is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Pacheco once more.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now they'll audible to something else.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Purdy steps away to his left. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the first down. He'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. George Karlaftis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Purdy looking to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Operating from the gun. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Purdy. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 Tiger. They'll look to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Charlotte. Velus Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll motion over Thielen. On play action, Young. Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
On 2nd down, Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
43 rail. Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Young. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Tarvarius Ward. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's in! Jacob Howing. Touchdown, 49ers.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Raheem Blackshear on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
On the double.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
10 cycles.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. 2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
That into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. 70 Lion. Check go.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. We are through one. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Garenda. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. On 2nd down, Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
60 Eagles.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he will score. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Jones now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
52 blaster. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, Young. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Set, ready.
To throw is Young. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Young. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Jatavian Sanders was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
Chop. 17. Come on. Set. Set. Hut.
Young. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. And he'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Running free at the 45. And he will take this one in. 82 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that...
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from Commanders Field. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Ready?
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An early tough test on the opening drive.
Here we go.
This is 3rd and 8. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Tight. 19 tight.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. De'Ami Brown, 50 yards. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Purdy. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Here's Garindo on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now they'll shift things around. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Handoff here, Garindo. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 6. Ayuk goes in motion. Purdy. And that is incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing here, Purdy.
got a man. That's Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete right around the 8. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Purdy looking to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw, Purdy. Forced out. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready. Mustang 19. Go.
To the air goes Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Daniels looking to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it Try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Purdy now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Purdy from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 63 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position at... Just shy of the 40.
On the ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well on that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here we go.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing now is Daniels. This is caught. It's Brown. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let go.
Daniels from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 15-14, 1-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half. Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready? Warrior 70. 70. 19 Lions. Ready?
To throw is Daniels. Gets this to Ertz.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
And you're starting to sense the momentum possibly changing just a little here. You get the touchdown your previous drive, then you force a punt, and now this is a good positive play here to start this drive. And you can just sense the tide starting to turn here in a one-score game.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Now they'll change things up.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now Daniels.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game.
Come on.
1st and 10 here. Robinson on a give right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Final minute now in the third quarter.
Rig alert, rig alert. Stop low, 18. Go.
Here's Daniels. Quick slant to Crowder. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Jamison Crowder. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Purdy. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall. Down to the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall. 65 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Purdy will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
Ready.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Tempo. 60 Eagles. Bronco 80.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 8.
Back to throw. Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
19 tight. Unlock Lion. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ready. 70.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
70 Ranger, 60 Bobcat.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. and dominance is starting to take over.